Hey everyone, it's been a little while. I'm sorry that the videos have been delayed. I've been focusing on some other things, so that's currently why I haven't been uploading videos. But I promise I will get back into it. But as of right now, I just wanted to talk about something because it's something that I still struggle with 6 months later, and that is um love. And I know that love is something that most people, basically everybody, want in their life. Like I don't know if that makes any sense, but like to some degree, we all want love, whether it's a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whoever, like with your parents, friend. Like we all want to be loved, and love is like a strong word. Maybe you might want to be liked. Like I don't know if that makes any sense, but love can be a strong word. But I wanted to talk a bit about my love life specifically because it's something that really affects me. Like I said, 6 months later, because 6 months ago, on May 11th, 2025, I broke up with my girlfriend, and ever since then, it, love for me has just been very, very hard, and it's something that affects me. It affects me on my daily basis, and it's something that affects me heavily at nighttime because that's when I really reflect on myself as a person, and I'm just not happy with my life. I'm also very insecure about myself. I don't have any skill. I'm not a very smart person. In terms of schooling and education, I'm not the best. But besides that, love is complicated. I'm kind of ran through. I know it sounds silly, but it is kind of true, and there's a reason for that. When I say ran through, I don't mean like a high body count or anything like that. It, like my count is in how many people I've been in a relationship with. And that number, as crazy it might sound, is actually 17. I'm not even joking when I say that it literally is 17. And it's hard because most people don't have a number that high in terms of relationships. And when I say relationships, I mean like a girlfriend relationship because that's really what I've wanted in my life since I was maybe 14, 13 years old. And yeah, that's really what I kind of wanted was just a real loving relationship. I'm not gonna get too much into everything because, or every girl, I mean, because it would take up a long time. But I just want to go into the important ones. So, my first ever relationship was complicated. I mean, they all were, but this was my first one, so I was very unprepared. I didn't know what I was getting into or anything like that. So, my first relationship, it was with this one girl. And I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that, but she was maybe like a few months older than me, I believe. And we known each other for years prior, like before we got anything close. There's also a lot of hackers in this game, but that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, like we were close and we knew each other way before. So I guess our first date, I guess you would call it, it was just a disaster. Like it was just not good whatsoever. And I say that because it was at a high school, like it was kind of a party, and we met each other there. I tried to ask her to slow dance with me, but she said no. Um, and I asked her again, like when the next slow dance song came on, and she also said no. And I don't know what I did, but like she started crying, like she just started bawling her eyes out, and then she just left. Like she called her mom and she left, and in the moment, it didn't really hit me that hard. But like I said, this was like my first girlfriend, so it was just horrible. I didn't know how to react. I was also surrounded by people at the party or the dance or whatever you want to call it, high school dance, I guess. By people that I knew, like one of my friends was there, and we had a good time then. But once I got home that night, it just hit me. I was like, damn, I'm single now. I fucked up my chance, and I still blame myself to this day for that loss. Because honestly, I do feel like it had potential, but I don't know. She also she just goes to me on everything. Like she doesn't talk to me. She hasn't. messaged me on my phone since like 2021 or 2022. I think 22 actually. So yeah, she just kind of moved on from me. But besides that, um, that was my first girlfriend. It was just a mess, honestly. Maybe we could have worked something out, but honestly, I just kind of doubt it. It was complicated, and I wasn't ready for it. And it was also my fault. But like some relationships later, I'm going to be skimming through it, so I'm sorry if it seems very messy. But my next relationship, it was interesting. Honestly, I don't remember a lot of my relationships in great detail because the reason as to why I have so many relationships is because I was heartbroken and lonely, and instead of focusing on myself, I just covered it up with a new girlfriend. So that's kind of one of the reasons why that's the reason as to why my um number count is so high with relationships. Um, so there was that, and I'm not gonna be talking about those ones too much. Maybe later, but anyways, besides that, um, my biggest real relationship didn't come until my 15th relationship. That's when I kind of started picking up the pace. Um, and I know that even at 15 relationships, that's a lot, but that's kind of when I started realizing just how much of a fucking horrible person I was. So I remember her vividly. Um, we didn't really have much in common, honestly. And it was kind of actually her that wanted to be with me. She asked if, like, she was kind of the one that started it. She asked me to ask her to be her boyfriend, if that makes any sense. Um, but anyways, it was very short. That one lasted only a few weeks. But the reason as to why it hit me was because it was when I started to realize just how much of a fucking mess I was. Um, but the reason as to why we broke up, it was kind of actually her fault, or maybe it was mine. Maybe a bit of both, actually. But the reason why we broke up was because I remember seeing on her Discord, because I had her added on Discord. Um, Also, I apologize for any background noise. That's my pet. I remember why I broke up with her. Well, she broke up with me. Is because on her Discord bio, was she was like, she made herself seem single and she was boasting about it. Well, not really posting about it, but she was like talking about it, said she was single and how she didn't have a loving boyfriend and all that stuff. And that kind of like hit me the wrong way. I was more mad than sad, but it made me sad later. But yeah, that's kind of why she was like, "Oh, that's old. I didn't mean it." And I was like, "Wow, that's." I was just kind of in shock, but I was also mad because that hurt, honestly, because I really did like her. The next I took a break, honestly. I think we broke up in maybe June. I think maybe I'm honestly not sure. My dates are kind of scrambled, but I remember my next girlfriend. She hurt me the most, and she's kind of the reason as to why I'm like this. I will never forget my 16th girlfriend. Her name was Jade. I could go so much detail about her, honestly. But Jade, we met on October 21st, 2024 at a car meet. I remember everything, but I'm gonna just kind of be jumping around because the story is also kind of unimportant, and I'll maybe tell it later. But it was love at first sight, honestly. I remember the first time I saw her. I looked directly in her eyes and I was like, she's gonna be my girlfriend. Like, as soon as I heard her talk, I was like, she's the one. But God had other plans, and I don't know. But besides that, um, it's hard, honestly. We got together on December 30th, 2024. Um, and we've been together since May 11th. The reason why we broke up on May 11th was because she was hanging around other guys, and it was maybe a month, maybe even 2 weeks, maybe. I'm not sure exactly when. But I remember that she was hanging with other guys, and she tried defending herself, saying, "Oh, I see him as a brother," where she was going out, basically going out on dates with other guys. Um, she was going to the gym, she was going to these places, to the store, she was hugging them, all that stuff, and she was spending more time with this guy rather than me, and that hurt me really bad. But I was so deeply in love with her that I didn't want to break up. But we eventually did, and that's what kind of the reasons why we broke up was because she called me insecure because she was hanging around other guys, and that really left a bad taste in my mouth because love is something that we all desire, and I really thought that she was the one, like genuinely. And my love life is just a mess, honestly. I don't really know where to even start with it, honestly. Like I said, well, I already have started. It's just with Jade, it's just something else. I could literally talk all day about her, and honestly, I still am in love with her, even though she did a lot of things. She really ruined my life, honestly. Um, I'm not really the same person as I was. I was a lot happier. I was depressed, but it went away when we were together, and it, the world just didn't matter to me. I was with her. I was happy. I had someone that I actually loved, and she loved me back. It wasn't a temporary relationship. It was something real, and that's one of the reasons as to why I hurt. And it is hard, honestly, because even after everything her and I've been through, she did what she did. And like I said, I could maybe, if she came back tomorrow and she wanted to get back together, I honestly would. And I try to focus on myself, I try to improve, but I'm not the best person out there. I really am trying. Like, I push myself a lot harder than most people see. Most people see what I want them to see, but when it's just me and my thoughts, I really do just push myself hard. And people don't see that. And they don't need to see that. That's something between me and myself. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but it's something I gotta work on myself. Nobody else should know about that. The reason why I talk about it though is because maybe someone else can relate to it. Um, and it's hard, honestly. I'm in love with someone that doesn't love me back. And it sucks because I forgive them for everything that they've done. They cheated, they stole, they manipulated me, and I stuck with them because I loved them and I forgave them every time. It was because I thought I was in love. I was in love with the old her, not with the her, not with the version that became that. Um, it's just something else, honestly. I really don't know what else. I don't even know. Because I don't think I'll ever find a girl like Jade, honestly. I've lost a lot of people in my life, honestly. Whether they passed away, moved away, or just don't want to be with me anymore. I've lost so many people. And life just sucks, honestly. I wish that maybe one day I could maybe find someone like her, but it won't be her. It never will be her. She doesn't want me. She has someone else in her life. Um, and girls can move away in an instant, but a guy that loves a girl, he will never move away. And that's kind of where I am. I'm just kind of stuck trying to move away from someone that I really loved and I can't. And it honestly just hurts because that's someone that you really love, someone that you can love more than yourself, someone that you could actually see a future with, someone that could maybe save you from yourself, but eventually they just leave and they don't come back. And it honestly just it, it hurts. Like like I said, I'm stuck in a limbo between loving her because if she did come back, then I honestly would say yes because it's really the only person that I loved. Um, it, it's hard. Like if I could do it all over again, start from the day we met to the day we broke up, I would change it just so that we could stay together. I would change my actions, but I don't know if she would. She has her own life to live. She has another guy in her life. I really don't have many people in my life. I could count on one hand how many friends I have, and I don't have many, honestly. And I don't, I don't even know where I am kind of in life. I wish I could be better for everyone and myself, but I don't know if anyone will appreciate me for who I am or my effort. But I don't know. I can't change people. I can only change myself. With every change, I feel like I become a worse person. And maybe that's what's wrong with me, is that I'm just not what people want. There's always someone better than me, and I will never be able to compete with them. I never will be. I'm just someone to be put to shame, honestly. Because I really did try with her. I did. I tried so hard for her to stay, and she didn't. And it's been a little bit over 6 months now. We broke up on May 11th. It's currently November 22nd of the same year we broke up. And so much has happened since then, honestly. I just don't know what to do with my life anymore, honestly. I don't think I ever really did. I have dreams, but I don't know if I'll ever get to them. I wish I was tougher than I am. I wish I could be better, but I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know. I really just am lost. Like, I don't feel. I don't feel good. I don't feel healthy. I don't feel like I deserve the life I do. Like, I'm just so. I don't even want to say unhappy. I'm just so fucking depressed and I hate myself so much. Like, honestly, if I saw myself and I knew myself and I had a different body, I probably would just fucking kill that person. That person being me. Like, why would anyone want to pick me if I can't even pick myself? Like, really though, why? Why do I have to live like this? I don't know. I don't know why. You know, some people say that, well, a lot of people say that God has other plans for you. And I'm sure he does. It's just, I'm almost 18 now. I've been trying for years now at this point. I don't know if anyone ever really will show up. And I know that some people say that some people just aren't made for love. As much as I don't want to say that's me, especially because I'm only 18, I feel so old. And I've been with so many people that it's just really taking a toll on me. It hurts. Like, a lot. Like, it really does, man. Um, and I don't want to cry about it, honestly, because it's just so stupid. Like, it really is. It's just so dumb. But I don't want to seem weak or pathetic about it. I want to talk about it because I don't want to go to therapy, honestly. I've been threatened to go to therapy. Maybe not threatened is the right word, but I've been told I probably should just go to therapy, honestly. Um, so stupid. I hate therapy. I'll never get into therapy. But I don't know. I don't know what life has in store for me. But maybe one day I will actually find someone. I doubt it though. I don't think there will be anyone for me. But yeah, I'm sorry if the video's long. I really am. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.